Imagine this. Before you start working with someone, you have a tool that tells you exactly how you might conflict with them so that you can either number one, not bring that person onto the team, or number two, get ahead of any potential conflicts and turn those into strengths. That's exactly why we built the conflict tool at HireBus, and I'm going to walk you through it today. My name is Dan Fleischer, and I am the co-founder of HireBus. I'm excited to jump into the platform. Let's go. So I've pulled up my own HireBus, and I want to show you an example of how me and a member of my team have used the conflict tool to help our conversations. So if I look up Nick, I'm going to pull up his full first result in the conflict report. And there's two ways that the conflict report can help you understand how to work together. The first is if you both score high or low, if you both score the same in a specific behavioral area. And the second is if you all score differently in a behavioral area. So let's look at the first one, high proactivity. Both of us score relatively high in proactivity, and this is a great trait. We just thrive on setting goals. We work hard. We drive towards outcomes. But if we're not aligned on what those goals are and we start to veer, conflict can arise. And so it's really important that Nick and I make sure that we're aligned in where we're going so that Nick doesn't think I'm working hard on something that isn't important and vice versa. We need goal alignment. And we need to make sure that we care about the other person's goals so we can support each other. Let's go to an example of a behavioral trait where there might be conflict because we have differing views. So change. Scoring high in change can be a strength because you're flexible, you like new situations, you thrive in situations that change, especially in entrepreneurial and small business situations like many of us have. Scoring low in change is also great. You thrive in setting up consistency in systems that can be repeated. And so if there's differences in the change score, this can sometimes lead to conflict. So if I'm always changing what we're doing, if I'm always going for the next shiny thing, that's going to frustrate Nick. If Nick can't adapt to the realities of our business quick enough, that's going to frustrate me. But if we both know that we have differing scores in this key behavior, we can understand each other better and know that if I'm going to try to change priorities, I'm going to communicate that with him. I'm going to articulate why. I'm going to make sure he knows that that's what's best for the business and vice versa. He's going to pull me back from situations that might not be in our best interest. So you can use contrasting scores to avoid conflict. What I love about the conflict tool is it sets the foundation for a great conversation. You can talk about these things in an objective way that doesn't hurt people's feelings. There's no good or bad score. It's simply how you behave and how you show up in the world often. And so by going to the conflict tool with your teammates or understanding how potential hires might conflict with your team, you can better set yourselves and your team up for success. Hopefully this helps you use HireBus. Hopefully this helps you put the right people in the right seat. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out as we build more and more tools to help you grow, retain, and hire people in your business. Thanks, everybody.